What's up everyone, it's Austin here from Make Pop Music and Austin Hall Audio, and today I'm going to show you how to make vocal chops like this. What's up everyone, I hope you're doing well. We are back with another video, and for today's video I wanted to cover how I'm doing vocal chops at the moment. This is a new technique for me, and we have covered vocal chops on the channel before, where I've shown you how to take a vocal from a session and chop it up on the grid and process it. I've shown you how to actually load a vocal one shot into something like Serum to give you that Major Lazer DJ Snake kind of 2016 vocal chop. However, we've never actually covered how to use vocal chops within a sampler. So that's what we're going to do today, and we're not just going to be using any sampler, we're going to be using the brand new plugin Slate by Audiotune, which I'm super excited about. They sent me a beta a couple weeks to go to try, and I loved it, gave them my feedback, and so they actually offered to sponsor today's video. So I did just want to take this chance to say thank you so much to Audiotune for sponsoring our video today. If you have seen in the past, we have worked with them a couple times. They are really, really good friends of the channel. They always support us when they can. And I really, really like the stuff that they've been doing lately, so I'm super excited to kind of share it with you guys. With that said, all thoughts, opinions, and views within this video will be my own. I'm going to be completely honest about my favorite features that might not be my favorite. I don't really know if there are any, but pretty much everything I say in this video will be my own thoughts and my own comments and opinions. With that said, if you already have the Audiotune Unlimited bundle, you will find Slate already in your account, so you can go download that right now. If you don't have the Audiotune Unlimited bundle, if you stay tuned until the end of this video, we will be going over how you can get 1, 2, or even up to 3 years of Audiotune Unlimited for free. So we will be doing a giveaway at the end of the video, so just make sure you stay tuned so you can get the details on how to enter that. All right, so now that all that's out of the way, we can actually go ahead and hop into Cubase so I can show you how to utilize this plugin, show you how I do my vocal chops, how I process them, how I put them together, and actually go over some of the fun techniques. So let's dive in and let's go check it out. All right, now we're actually in the plugin. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the song that we're gonna be kind of throwing a chop over, just so you can hear what it sounds like without anything first, and then let's actually open up Slate and I'll kind of show you guys what I'm doing. So here's the song we're going to be working on. Nothing crazy, it's got a ton of room that we can do something with. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is open up a virtual instrument, since that's what Slate is going to be operating as. It's not going to be like an effects plugin, so just open this up. This is the interface that you'll kind of be greeted with. It's blank on default. You've got a little real-time visualizer up here, you've got your piano roll down here, and you've got some of your sample packs and favorites and your user presets right here. You can go ahead and kind of take away any of those functions that you want. I'm going to leave them all up for this video. Down here we've got our effects panel, and you can input up to 5 different ones plus a doubler. So if I click on it, here's kind of what we're working with: filter, EQ, compression, de-esser, tube amp, lo-fi, all kinds of cool stuff. They do have dry and wet knobs as well, which is really key. We'll get to that later though. And then you can implement Auto-Tune within here. We'll go to a panel that actually shows you the full features of that right now. If we go to the Edit tab, this is where you can either drag your own audio in. So if you have an acapella or you have a synth or something that you want to chop, this doesn't even have to be just for vocals. You can kind of chop whatever within here, but you can just drag it into there or record it into here. We're not going to be doing that today. Today we're actually going to be working with the presets, but I'll show you all of that in 1 second. And then you can select your key right here. So like if you have a note right here and you want to shift it up, just hit key select, and then when we get to it, you'll kind of see all the different options for gain, pan, and pitch. And then you've got playback controls right here, so you can control if it's going to play the sound forward, reverse, is it a one shot, is it going to kind of play it past where your slice actually is. You've got your amplitude and your pitch envelopes over here, so if you want to kind of control each different one kind of like a synth. You've got your attack, decay, sustain, and release, so you can get really nitty gritty with it. And then down here is the kind of in detail look at Auto-Tune. You can select your key, you can select your scale, and then you can select your tracking, so it's kind of going to help latency. You've got your retune speed, your humanize, your transpose, which I like a lot, your format control, which I use a ton on vocal chops, your detune, and then your mix. These are going to be for if you want to use things like the doubler later. These will really, really come in handy for that. Now that we've looked at all of that, let me go ahead and kind of show you what the preset panels look like. Let me drag this over because I am on an ultra wide screen, so I might cut some of them off, but there are a ton of presets in here. You've got a bunch of different folders. Definitely take time to explore some of that. There's also a panel on this other folder over here. So if you want to look right here, you can heart them and favorite them, which is also really, really nice. Most plugins don't do that, but it saves me so much time. So there's kind of a look at the plugin. Let's actually go ahead and start utilizing a slice so I can actually show you how this thing works and why you should be using it in your tracks. Let's check it out. So the first thing I want to do is select a preset. So for this song in particular, I'm going to be selecting one that is Was It Bad Timing out of this folder. It's a female hook in A flat major, and it is at a tempo of 145. Now, it's also got a sync button right here, so I can just go ahead and make that the same tempo as my project, which is 105. So here we go now.
What about timing?
Here's it without the sync.
What about timing?
So I'm gonna go ahead and sync it, and then what I'm also gonna do is turn on auto tune. I'm gonna turn the retune speed all the way to 0 since it's a chop, and let's go ahead and turn it up 5 semitones. Let me go ahead and set the scale over here. So what you'll want to do though is you will want to go ahead and set the scale to whatever the original key was, not to your key. So let's check this. That's perfect. I know it's going to be super auto-tuned, but it'll work really, really well for the chop. So let's go ahead and take a look at how you actually chop it, because right now we just have this one really, really big long loop. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. You can either chop it by transient, or you can chop it into just kind of predetermined sections. So I'm going to go ahead and chop it into quarter notes, and then I can hit reslice. So now it's going to chop all of this up into different notes on here. Let me go ahead and play forward just so it doesn't play all the way through. So now that we've got all of that set, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and chop this so it just kind of plays that sample immediately. Now that we've done all of that, I can kind of show you guys how you can go ahead and you can change each little section of this. So let's go ahead and hit key select, and let's go over here to this one. It's a little loud, so I'll turn it down. Maybe I'll pitch it up. Let's go ahead and actually try to play something on the track. You'll just have to experiment with this, but if you want to go ahead and change chops, you can do all of that like I just showed you. Let me go ahead and turn off this delay. It's a little distracting at the moment. So I'm already finding something that I like. Let's go ahead and experiment a little bit more. Go ahead and open this so we can see exactly where we're hitting. And then maybe I'll transpose it down 7, just see what it sounds like. This will basically be the same thing, just an octave lower. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm just gonna lay down some MIDI so then we can actually go ahead and fine tune all of this. I've actually laid some MIDI down, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at how this plays, and then I'll go through and I'm gonna fine tune things like panning, gain, and pitch, and then we'll go through and do some processing. I think I want to drag this one down. It's just a little bit high. All right, so I really just need to focus on this one. I think I'm going to go up 2 and turn it down. It's down a little bit, so let's try that. might shift this over a little bit just so it is a little bit tighter. And then let me go ahead and kind of play around with the envelope as well. What I'm going to do too is let's go ahead and pan this one over here. Let's go ahead and pan this over here, just so we can get some stereo movement. If you drag that attack up, it almost gives you like a sidechain effect. I don't really think I want that. I want it to be a little bit sharper and pluckier, so I'm gonna do that. I've got my auto tune already set. We can mess around with the forming if we want. That kind of helps transform it so it doesn't just sound like a chipmunk vocal on top. We can also turn on our doubler over here. So let's go ahead and turn that on and kind of see what we can get. I'm going to turn the delay back on. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to speed it up. Let's go ahead and make this like maybe a quarter note. Let's try that. Down here you've got your dry and your wet, so if you want to control that you can. I'm probably going to leave it right around like 20, 25. The next thing you can do is, I like adding in some kind of like distortion or lo-fi or something. So I really like the lo-fi in this. I'm gonna put decimate on like, honestly pretty low, like maybe 3, and maybe bit crush on like 4. And that'll do a lot of work right there. And then, let's see, I don't really need to zoom in on that slice. You can also swap this to chromatic if you want. We didn't really cover that. But basically what that'll do is that'll just pick one of these segments and then you can just play it up and down the key however you would want. So like if you do want that DJ Snake, Major Lazer, one vocal sound but kind of played around a bunch of different notes, you can do that with this. However, I think this thing really soars when you have a full phrase like this that you can actually chop in. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna do a last little bit of processing and then kind of show you what that sounds like on this. All right, so here's the final processing that I have. I feel like it sounds really, really solid. And to me, it just opens up this track. Let me kind of show you what it sounds like with and without. So again, if you want, you could flip through all of these. These are all going to be processing presets. So if you wanted to just, if you like the chop that you have, but you want a little bit extra sauce, you can flip through those. I really like the kind of sound and texture that we ended up getting from this. Again, that just took one of their presets, and basically it all comes down to the same steps every time. Find a preset that you like, that you feel like is a good starting point, sync it to your project, get it into the right key of your project, slice it up however you want to play your actual arrangement, and then once you've sliced it up, you can go ahead and you can fine-tune your slices, fine-tune start and end points, fine-tune your envelopes, add some auto-tune on there, and then you can really just kind of get as nitty-gritty and specific as you want. So there's one example of what I did. If you want, I'll show you another example of a vocal chop I did with Slice. I'm not going to show you exactly how I made it because it was just the same exact steps as this, but just to kind of show you how different that it can sound. Here is another one that I've done. I actually say this is a preset, so this is just Austin Chop 1, and then I didn't use auto-tune on this one. What I did was I went and found manually exactly what notes I wanted to play on each of these slices. So most of these will have some pitching and some different stuff like that happening. And this one's going to be a little bit more weirder and a little bit more atmospheric, but here's kind of what it sounds like in the hook. The other one to me feels a little bit more like a hook, but this could definitely be a cool texture. cool thing that I did for this one, because it definitely kind of feels like it would be more like a vocal pad kind of under an instrumental, was I actually put it in the chorus before the vocal chop fully comes in, and I don't have anything else on this. I'm actually just automating the cutoff within this filter over here. Another good thing that I like about this that I was kind of surprised to see was how easily automatable all of these different effects are, which again, to me, just helps me make sure I don't have to post-process this a lot, because as y'all seen on the channel before, if I am doing a vocal chop, it is not uncommon that I'll basically max out the inserts in Cubase, which can get pretty CPU intensive. So let me just kind of show you what it looks like as this automates up through this chorus, and then this will be the last little example that you guys get. But if you have any questions about how Slice works or anything, let me know in the comments down below. Check out this final example. So there's two examples of vocal chops that I made within Slice, one of which I walked you through step by step of exactly how I made it. But with that said, honestly, any vocal chops I do in the near future, whether they're based off of a vocal from the session or I just need a preset to kind of give me a cool little vocal melody or a texture within my mix, are probably going to be done with Slice, because this has pretty much all the effects that I use anyway when I'm processing a vocal chop. And to me, this is just a fun way to kind of play it creatively rather than sitting there and just dragging things around the timeline like we've done on the channel before. But yeah, that's how I am doing my vocal chops within Slice. All right, and that is going to do it. That is how I am currently processing all of my vocal chops within Slice. Again, I've never really been a big fan of samplers before this. They've always been missing something. But when I tried this a couple weeks ago, I found so many different features that I've always looked for when I do vocal chops. Even if you go back to our old videos, I talk about finding the right areas to chop, how to process them, how to actually put them together, pitching them up and down with formant control. All of that is actually included in Slice, so it's not just like I'm fluffing this plugin up. These are steps and techniques that I've always used. They're all just under one central hub right now, which is really, really nice for me. Kind of speeds up my workflow, and I'm thinking it'll probably do the same for a lot of you as well. All right, if you've stayed tuned till here, thank you so much for actually staying with us. I hope you've enjoyed the video, but I know you're wanting to hear about this giveaway that we're doing with Auto-Tune. So we will be giving away 3 different subscriptions. Third place is going to get 1 year, second place is going to get 2 years, and first place is going to get 3 years of the Auto-Tune Unlimited bundle. If you don't know what that is, we've done a video on it before. It's basically all the forms of Auto-Tune, all of their other plugins that Antares is making, so like all the Avox suite, everything like that. And then it's also going to get you the new vocodist and this new Slice plugin that we've done in this video. So if you want a chance to win those, all you have to do is go to the link in the description. It'll say giveaway. All you have to do is enter your email address in there, and then what we're going to do is we will be picking a winner probably October 19th. This giveaway is going to close October 18th, so sign up as soon as you possibly can. You can have 1 entry per person. We will be filtering all of that out, and then once we pick the winner, we're going to announce that on our Instagram, so stay tuned. You can check our Instagram on October 19th to see who won. With all that said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I had a really good time making this. Once again, thank you so much to Auto-Tune for sponsoring the video today. I am super excited about the new stuff they've been doing, so if you want to go check that out, there is a link in the description that you can use. If you use that code, we do get a little bit of kickback from that, so it is another way that you can help out this channel. If you want to check out more ways to help out the channel, head to makepopmusic.com, where you can check out all of our other free and paid content. And then other than that, like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and let us know what videos you want to see in the future in the comments down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for this video, but until next week, stay safe. Much love, everyone. Peace out.